In this edition of Positive Selling, we'd like to talk about the concept of suggestive selling. This selling skill is a way of helping your customers take fullest advantage of the great buys available through your coast-to-coast store. And in addition to increasing sales, suggestive selling can also help to solidify relationships with customers because they appreciate your tipping them off to great values. Here's how suggestive selling works.
Okay, well, while I'm ringing this up, why don't you have a look at a couple of items in our sales flyer? We've got Scott Turf Builder on sale at 20% off, and we've also got a promotion on long life light bulbs.
Oh, yeah? Let me see that. You know, my wife was just saying our lawn needs some attention, and that's a pretty good price on that.
That's a real good price.
Well, how much would I need for my lawn?
Well, let's take a look at the bag and see what it says.
Great.
That salesperson practiced several important principles of suggestive selling. First of all, she was ready to suggest specific items instead of just saying, "Do you need anything else?" That way, she could direct the customer's attention to particular values. Second, she stopped before ringing up the purchase at the register to avoid confusion and delays for the customer. Third, she suggested items from the current coast-to-coast flyer. That does two things. It supports the flyer promotion, and it helps to get the customer in the habit of looking at the flyer for special values. Here are a couple of general rules about suggestive selling. Take a minute to look at each flyer when it comes out, and ask your manager to suggest two items that you can suggest to each customer. Remember, when we talked about the related concept of unrelated add-on sales, we talked about the C's rule, and that rule applied to selecting items for suggestive selling too. Choose items that are on sale, that everybody uses, that are expendable, and that are seasonal. Also, know what's in the flyers or on sale in an in-store promotion, so you can suggest items that are related to the customer's original purchase. And suggestive selling works with phone customers too.
Yes, sir. Those cordless drills are in stock. If you're going to stop on your way home tonight, I can lay one aside for you. Great. Oh, and by the way, we have a couple of special promotions in our flyer that might interest you. Scott Turf Builder and light bulbs. Yeah, you might want to take a look at those when you come in. Okay, great. I'll see you then. Thanks.
Suggestive selling is a great technique for helping your customers get great values by taking advantage of special offers and promotions, and it's a good way to help build customer loyalty. And one final step in the suggestive selling process: drop a flyer in every customer's bag. You'll help them understand that your store offers great values in addition to great service, and that's a real competitive advantage for you.
As a retail salesperson, it's important that you have the answers to customers' questions, or at least know where to find them. If you're confident in your knowledge of the product, the customer will notice. The more you know, the better chance you have for a sale. Scott's Lawn Products wants to make your job easier, and since your customer may get confused trying to select the right type of lawn care products, we've designed our retail packaging to provide the help you and the customer needs. Turn the Scott's bag around and look on the back. You'll find answers to most of the common customer questions right there. You'll notice three numbers, for example, 35, 3, 5. These are the proportions of three chemical ingredients in the product. The first number, in this case 35, represents nitrogen. Nitrogen is the chemical responsible for making the lawn green. The second number, 3, refers to phosphorus. Phosphorus contributes to the growth and strengthening of the roots. The last number here, 5, is potassium. It strengthens the grass. These numbers will vary from product to product because each Scott's product is specifically formulated to supply the right amount of nutrients for the lawn at particular stages and seasons. For instance, when starting a lawn, Scott's Starter Fertilizer Formula 17-23-6 places emphasis on the root systems to allow a strong development first, leaving beauty for later. Make sure your customer realizes that the starter fertilizer is to be used with their grass seed, not by itself later. When summer rolls around, your customers want to have a thick, beautiful green lawn throughout the warm months. Here's a great sales opportunity. Show your customers Scott's Summerizer Lawn Fertilizer. The formula 15-2-3 quickly provides a greener lawn. The Scott's Winterizer Lawn Fertilizer Formula 19-3-12 helps prepare the lawn for winter. This will be the last feeding in the fall, and it will provide a thicker, sturdier leaf to withstand the harsh winter months. Because it's one of the top 4 sellers nationally, this is a great sales opportunity for the end of the year. When selling Scott's Lawn Care products, it's important to remember that they are manufactured differently than other brands. The particles are smaller and more uniform, where others may vary in size. Because of this feature, the fertilizer spreads more evenly, allowing for a long-term, more controlled growth, not growth in spurts. The size of the particles also allows for faster penetration into the ground. 91% is absorbed within 2 months. While you explain this, it might be a good idea to introduce your customers to Scott's spreaders, which greatly aid in an even spread of fertilization. Another question or concern your customers might have is the price. As you know, many customers would like to save money by taking care of their lawn themselves rather than hiring a lawn care service, but they may not know how. If that's the case, show them Scott's 4-step program, which guides them step by step with easy instructions. Step 1 is the crabgrass preventer plus fertilizer. Step 2 is weed control plus fertilizer. Step 3 is insect control plus fertilizer. And Step 4 is the lawn fertilizer. Purchasing all 4 at once will save money in the long run, and not just because the customer does the lawn care themselves, but also because buying one step at a time may result in forgetting a step, causing lawn problems that will be costly to correct later. Those customers who know a little more about what their lawn needs may be interested in the Scott's Lawn Pro Turf Builders, which are extra rich in nitrogen. Depending on the condition of their lawns, customers can choose Lawn Pro, Regular Turf Builder, or Lawn Pro Super Turf Builder. Each fertilizer greens the lawn quickly, but Turf Builder also prevents crabgrass, foxtail, and spurge. Super Turf Builder goes one more step, also stopping troublesome broadleaf weeds before they become a lawn problem. Lawn Pro products are easy to sell to your customers because they're designed exclusively for the retail trade. If your customer is still concerned about expense, remind them about Scott's money-back guarantee. This may put less strain on the decision to buy the 4-step program or any Scott's product. Tell them that you are there with answers to their questions. If they can't stop in, they can call the customer service hotline at 1-800-543-8873 whenever they need help. Remember, you're selling Scott's premium lawn care products, but you're also selling your ability to help keep lawns green and healthy. If a store needs more sales information, they should call 1-800-874-7336.
Any do-it-yourself project goes faster when you have the right tools and materials close at hand. The materials list includes toilet bowl setting compound or plumber's putty, pipe joint compound or Teflon tape for sealing threads against leaks, electrician's tape, and a clear silicone bathroom caulk. Before actually beginning to install anything, it's always a good idea to take an inventory. Lay out all the pieces after unpacking them and check them off against the enclosed parts list to make sure we have everything we need. If in taking your inventory you find parts missing, don't start the project until you've contacted the manufacturer and obtained the missing items. Otherwise, you may find yourself stranded in the middle of the job and unable to complete it until you can get the missing parts. Now we can begin. Remember, as soon as you've removed the old toilet bowl or had a new waistline connected, be sure to plug the pipe outlet with rags to prevent the escape of toxic sewer gases. The first installation procedure involves making certain that the two hold-down bolts that secure the bowl to the floor flange are the right length. This is necessary to ensure the bolt covers will fit. After putting a small amount of plumber's putty or bowl setting compound on the head of each bolt to hold them upright, position them in the floor flange. Now, carefully lower the bowl onto the bolts. Next, attach the plastic washer, metal washer, and hex nut to each floor bolt and tighten them finger tight. If the bolts extend above the nuts, mark them with a felt tip pen so you'll know where to cut them to length with a hacksaw. This is also a good time to check the bowl for level. If it's out very far, you'll have to mark placement positions for small wood or plastic shims to be installed later. After you've cut the hold-down bolts to the right length, be sure to file any burrs away so the nuts will go on easily. Now, using an old rug or blanket to protect the porcelain surface against scratches, turn the bowl upside down so that you can reach the underside to apply the bowl setting compound and wax sealing gasket. Use a compound that will not only form a waterproof seal, but will become firm when dry. Roll the setting compound into a bead of approximately 1/8 inch thickness and place it around the entire rim of the bowl, pressing it into place so it will stick when you turn the bowl over. Then install the wax sealing gasket. Position it carefully and compress the wax evenly around the ring so it will provide a better seal with the bowl and floor flange. Be sure the hold-down bolts are repositioned in the flange and remove the rags from the waistline. Now turn the toilet over and carefully lower it onto the flange, making sure the flange bolts feed through the holes in the bowl base. Use your full weight to press down on each side of the bowl and twist slightly to embed the bowl evenly in the wax gasket. Always press down in line with the gasket and don't rock the bowl from side to side or you'll break the watertight seal that's the purpose of this procedure. Double check the level of the bowl from front to back and side to side. If it's still level, attach the washers and nuts to the flange bolts. As we mentioned earlier, if it isn't level, you'll have to shim it. The bowl must be firmly seated and bolted, but take care not to tighten the bolts too far or you may crack the porcelain. A guideline is to tighten them finger tight, then 1/2 turn more with your adjustable wrench. Now, use a putty knife to scrape away any setting compound that might have squeezed out from under the bowl. Install the bolt covers and fill the bowl with water from a bucket to prevent sewer gases from escaping. At this point, you're ready to attach the tank to the toilet base, but before you begin, inspect the interior of the tank closely to make sure that none of the pre-assembled parts have worked loose during shipment or unpacking. Many tanks, like this one, are shipped with valves and fittings already installed. If yours isn't, you'll have to install them according to manufacturer's instructions. And don't forget to slip the large rubber gasket over the tank's outlet port. Now, carefully position the tank on the toilet bowl. Make sure the rubber washers are in position on the attachment bolts and slide them into the 2 holes through tank and bowl. Making certain that the tank stays parallel to the wall, attach the washers and nuts to the bolt ends underneath the tank and tighten with a screwdriver and adjustable wrench. Once again, don't over-tighten or you can crack the tank. As was mentioned, you should have had a qualified plumber install the water line to the shutoff valve, so you can now connect the supply line between tank and valve. Using a flexible supply line, connect the line to the shutoff valve end first and tighten with an adjustable wrench. Now make sure all washers or gaskets are in place and connect the line to the tank with compression fittings. Be careful not to over-tighten and be aware that Teflon tape or pipe joint compound can help to prevent leaks. When you've completed toilet assembly, open the supply line shutoff valve and fill the tank. Finally, install the toilet seat. And you're finished with this part of the project. Flush and fill the tank several times while checking the entire assembly for leaks. Slight additional tightening of connections will stop most leaks.
Painting from start to finish, exterior stains and clear finishes. Choosing an exterior finishing product can be confusing for many people. Given the wide variety of brands, product choices, and advertising claims, your customer may find it difficult to choose the right finish. Your job as a salesperson is to explain the features and benefits of our products to your customers and help them choose the exterior stain or clear finish that will best suit their needs. Help your customer choose the best product by asking questions which clarify what they want. For example, what type of finished appearance do you want? That's a good opening question. Exterior stains and clear finishes may be used over a variety of raw wood surfaces. Your customer may choose from a clear wood finish, semi-transparent stain, or a solid color stain. A customer who wants an all-natural clear finish can get good results with our clear wood finish. 2 initial saturation coats will cause the wood to darken slightly. As the wood weathers, this finish will gradually lighten to natural wood tones, eventually turning gray. Before the wood surface turns completely gray, it should be reconditioned with another coat of clear wood finish. Avoid using clear wood finish on surfaces that will come into contact with food, such as picnic tables. The downside of any clear finish is that it doesn't weather well in the outdoors. Damaging sun and moisture are always acting to degrade wood fibers and gray the wood. If constantly exposed to the sun, a clear finish may last only 1 or 2 years. On the other hand, if the surface is shaded, the finish will last longer. Our second type of clear finish is called clear wood preservative. Clear wood preservative contains a federally registered ingredient which helps to retard wood rot and decay. It repels water to resist board swelling and warping. Unlike your clear wood finish, it will not help protect the natural color of wood. Clear wood preservative is recommended for bare wood that will be allowed to weather, or to add protection to wood before priming and painting. Another popular exterior clear finish is spar varnish. Spar varnish has special ultraviolet absorbers, which help protect the wood from moisture and sunlight discoloration. Spar varnish is used mainly on exterior wood doors, lawn furniture, or marine accessories. Its glossy finish also protects against scratching and abrasion. Our last category of clear finishes is our clear water repellent sealer. This product resists water penetration to protect masonry, wood, or canvas. If the customer wants to add color to wood, yet keep the natural wood grain visible, your best recommendation is semi-transparent stain. We have 2 types. First, the preservative semi-transparent stain has additives to protect the wood against decay and provide a water-repellent finish. It also reduces warping and swelling of wood. The non-preservative stain is recommended for use on decks or on woods like cedar, redwood, and treated lumber that don't require additional preservatives. Both products provide excellent penetration, which prevents them from peeling when exposed to moisture. These stains must be used on new or unsealed porous woods to allow penetration. Semi-transparent stains will reveal some of the underlying wood color. When used over darker colors or on treated lumber, the final color will be altered. If this is a concern, suggest your customer apply a sample of the stain on the wood before starting the project. Because semi-transparent stains contain color pigments, they have better resistance than clears to the effects of exterior weathering. Semi-transparent products give good protection for 3 to 5 years, depending on exposure conditions. Heavy traffic areas on decks will weather a little faster. Our last category of stains has a solid color flat finish similar to paint. Because these stains have fewer solids than paint, they apply easier and penetrate better over rough sawn wood. They allow the natural wood texture to show through. Solid color stains leave an opaque finish which provides excellent protection against damaging sunlight. Depending on the amount of sun exposure, these stains can last for 5 to 8 years. Latex solid stains will hold up slightly longer than oil solid stains because latex products maintain their color longer. Oil stains may be used in cooler temperatures than latex, and they tend to offer better resistance to water-soluble stains on redwood or cedar. Following is a quick review of the key features of each product. Clear wood finish for the natural look. It gradually lightens over time and needs to be reapplied on a regular interval to maintain its effectiveness. Clear wood preservative retards wood rot and decay with a water-repellent finish. Spar varnish provides a gloss finish and contains UV absorbers to help protect wood from sun and moisture. Clear water-repellent sealer for sealing concrete, wood, and canvas. Semi-transparent stains provide some color protection while revealing the wood grain. Solid color stains impart an opaque finish to the wood, yet allow the wood texture to show. Knowing the key features of these exterior stains and clears will enable you to explain each product's options in appearance and durability to your customers.
One of the most exciting opportunities that is available to Coast stores as a result of our relationship with the ServiceStar organization is what we call our Catalog Plus program. It's a program that some stores have already begun to use with great success, and we'd like to spend a few minutes to make you familiar with this program and its benefits. In essence, the Catalog Plus program allows Coast stores to have access to the products in the ServiceStar warehouses. That means our stores will have access to more than 30,000 SKUs that are not currently a part of the Coast warehouse program. These new SKUs mean dramatically increased buying power to Coast stores, and that gives you the opportunity to offer your customers products that have not previously been part of our merchandise offering. It's unique in our industry for a single program to make such a sudden and widespread expansion in the offerings to your customers. And we think the ramifications can be very, very positive for our whole organization. For one thing, the ServiceStar offering includes a good deal more breadth in many product categories than our own warehouse program can offer. That means, for instance, that Coast stores can offer more brands in some categories. In some lines that we already carry on a limited basis, the Catalog Plus program gives you access to additional products. Just to choose a product type at random, let's look at faucets. ServiceStar's program includes more brands of faucets than we now carry, and it also includes SKUs from some of our own warehouse vendors that we don't normally carry. Another important advantage of the Catalog Plus program is that Coast stores will have the opportunity to buy whole product categories that we don't carry now. One of the most obvious examples is lumber and building materials. ServiceStar has an outstanding program in this category. Now Coast stores will be able to take advantage of that program to offer their customers new items. In addition to lumber, that connects our stores with an outstanding assortment of roofing products, insulation, gypsum products, plumbing fixtures, and other products. And because of the buying power of ServiceStar's network of 3,700 stores, we'll be able to buy these products at very good prices. What's more, in addition to the great pricing on these ServiceStar SKUs, a 3% rebate is paid on all purchases, and freight is prepaid on all purchases. The only ServiceStar products we will not be able to buy are those which are sold under the ServiceStar's private label. The cost of the Catalog Plus program is surprisingly modest, considering the many benefits you get. Just $35 a month for the entire ServiceStar catalog. And there's another option available to you. You can choose to participate in the program by selecting individual ServiceStar department catalogs at the price of just $5 a month per department. Considering the profit potential the ServiceStar catalog represents, we think that adds up to a very attractive offer. The ServiceStar people have operated a booth at our recent shows in Minneapolis and San Francisco, and they've reported a lot of interest from Coast owners. So if you haven't looked into the Catalog Plus program, why not call Customer Relations in Denver today, toll free at 1-800-347-1139. And by the way, your purchase through the Catalog Plus program will qualify for the 3% rebate. One more reason to investigate this exciting program today. We also recommend that you look into ServiceStar's Grand Rental Station program. That's an exciting new market niche that has been proving successful all across the country. And in many of our markets, equipment rentals are a logical extension of the business our stores are already doing. Our relationship with ServiceStar represents a number of important opportunities for Coast stores to build their business, and the Catalog Plus and Grand Rental Station programs are two that should not be overlooked. Call us in Denver and we'll help you find out more. Remember, if you have to buy it somewhere else, buy it from yourself.
Now take a look at this. We'll even send you in-store signage to let your customers know about your expanded offerings. Linda Dugan at the Warrenton, Oregon Coast to Coast brings us another tip of the month. The store has a bridal registry that offers an incentive to prospective brides and grooms by giving them a check equal to 10% of the total amount purchased for them. Customers are told about this special arrangement to help ensure they purchase their gift item at the Warrenton store. This program helps business by increasing sales of items that are generally at full margin. It also helps the newlyweds start off with a little extra cash and gives everyone a good feeling about shopping at the Warrenton store. Our thanks again to Linda Dugan for her tip of the month. If you have an idea that's worked for your store in improving customer relations, we'd like to hear from you. Please send your comments to Rick West, Post Office Box 5820, Denver, Colorado, 80217.